Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to episode 47 of my Terraria Let's Play series. And today I want to do a little bit of a change of pace. Last couple episodes I've been going after the different moon fights, and in the last episode I couldn't quite make it up to snuff on the Frost Moon. Pumpkin Moon, I can do just fine. 15 waves, no issue. Frost Moon, that Ice Queen just won't sit still long enough for my traps to be effective. So I'm going to have to find a way to deal with the Ice Queen. So one of the things that I could do is switch to a different type of damage. I could go, say, for instance, to melee, or I could use a gun, or I could use a bow. Now, there is a specific bow, I think it's called the Tsunami, that you get from Duke, or Lord Fishron, or Duke Fishron, whatever his name is, the fish boss. And I went after him a few times after the last episode. I fought him 6 times because I had 6 lures, the special high-powered lures, the bait that you get from where is it, I think it's from the glowing mushroom biome. I might be wrong on that, but I fought him a few times, like I said, 6 times, and I was able to get another Tempest Staff, another Razor Blade Typhoon, just for quick recap. That's the Tempest Staff. That's the Razor Blade thing. I got another flail here that leaves the little bubbles, which also do damage. I also got a couple bubble guns, which do a fair amount of damage, not as much as I would like. And they don't really travel all that far. Looks like they stop at farthest right about here from that distance. So it's not really hugely all that much worth it. But I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go after the Tsunami Bow and see what I can do about changing gear to something that can deal with bows. Oh, also there is one other thing that I wanted to show off. I'm pretty sure I haven't gotten this yet. The Fishron wings, which, let me come down here, take off the dye so you can see it more clearly. They're kind of smallish, but they do have that Fishron feel to them. But I like the wings that I've got right now, the spooky wings that I got from the Pumpkin Moon. So I'm just going to put these into the wings chest. And, oh, I also got another pirate map. So I think I'm going to go ahead and summon a pirate invasion just because. I will probably need to offload a couple things. Oh, I also got another cross necklace after going after some more of the ectoplasm. But that's has nothing to do with it. But today, a couple of things that I wanted to take care of will be, I first am going to need to make a simpler way to get all the way over to the ocean here. And I've got that little area here set up. I've got a spike, so I can stand on it and take the damage from the spike instead of the fish, which is a wonderful exploit. But that's a long trek, and I don't really want to go all that far all the time. So what I'm going to do is set up a couple teleporters. I want to go over to here. I'll probably put it on top of the dungeon, so I have access to the dungeon. And then I will have another one that gives me access to over here. Now, what this means is I'm going to need to run a lot of the wire. I think I should be able to afford enough of it to get all the way to the other edge. That shouldn't be an issue. But the other thing I wanted to do is I want to be able to have access to this down here so I can fight the golem more easily and have access to that more readily. Now, I could just run some wire over here and then run it down there slowly and have access to it with another teleporter. But since I am going to be basically planting objects all the way that whole distance, I figure I might as well just use another mechanic that's been added to the game, rails. What I'm going to do is probably over, well, let's see here. Maybe over here, yeah. Over here, I'm going to put a little, oh no, this is even better. I'm going to put a little entrance to a mine shaft that I'm going to just dig down at a 45-degree angle all the way down to the level of this tunnel that I've already dug out some of. Or actually, I think I did this tunnel all the way across. Yeah, I did. And I'll just have it meet up with this and deposit me over, probably over here? This area? Something like that. Maybe I have a little room cut out down there or something. That way, oh, there's some silver. That way I can have the teleporter to get me over this way and the track to get me over this way, so I can utilize the rapid transit of the teleporter, but also to demonstrate and utilize the rails which have been added to this game. So the first thing I'm going to do is start setting up the teleporter to get over to the dungeon and here. And then once I have that, I think I'm probably going to focus on getting... Oh, a blood moon. I think I'm going to focus on getting perhaps... Hey! No, you don't. Getting some more bait so I can continue to fight Fishron repeatedly. Oh, why did I use that? I want the optic staff. There we go. But I'm going to deal with the blood moon, and in the morning the pirate invasion, and anything else that might pop up on its own. And then I will get to work on the teleporter system. But either way, I'll be right back. So something has occurred to me while I've been laying this out. Two things. One, I forgot to bring pressure plates with me, but that's alright. The other is that the wire that I bought, which I bought 4,000 of it since it's only that only cost me, I think, 2 platinum to get. But I could probably have gotten a large quantity of wire from inside the dungeon, and I'll show you what I mean. Let me go inside here. There is wire everywhere. There are switches that affix to lights. I already harvested that light though. There are booby traps, all kinds of stuff that have wire attached to it down in the dungeon. There's some more wire right there. It's not a huge amount, but I probably could have saved a little bit of my money on purchasing the wire by just simply harvesting it. But that's alright. I did want to show you, hold on, let me put this in place since I'm here. While I have this interface open, I have placed wire all the way from that part of the dungeon there all the way over. And I'll probably end up filling this in. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it as is. Whole bunch of wire. Goes under the ground where I could reach and didn't have to dig. And it connects all the way over. Oops. By one continuous line of wire. And it does have to be continuous for it to work, obviously. Did have to chop down a few trees along the way. That's alright. And it just comes all the way over to here, where I will have my destination. And here's where I have set up the spike for dealing with the fish. Basically, I just stand here and cast my bait into the water. Then when it summons, I grapple onto it, start taking the damage, and just stand here and kill it. It's literally that simple. And I'll show that off in a little bit. But I'm going to get back to work on finishing the placement of all the wire and get some pressure plates. And then I will have a rapid transit system from my base. Ooh, there's a dude. Oh, it's just one of those. From my base to the dungeon, from the dungeon over to the ocean over here. Make things so much easier. But I'll go ahead and finish that off camera, and I'll be right back. I will say this picksaw makes just real short work of harvesting dirt. I can almost do it at a full run. I miss a couple blocks if I do it at a full run. But look how fast that is. Just knocks it out that quick. Real wonderful tool. So glad I went after it. But anyway, back to work. I'll be back in just a bit. Alright, here we go. I have a teleporter pad there. I have still got all the dirt that I placed to connect over here. A lot of dirt. I had to do a little fancy maneuvering to dodge most of that tree there, but it connects all the way over. And I have it on this little farm that I put for the rabbits and fish and whatnot, just to the west of my mushroom farm there. And all I have to do is step on this, and I am now over at the dungeon. Same thing here, step on this, ta-da! At the ocean. Oops. Like that. And it's just right over there. Saves all that running time. Makes me happy. But I'm going to have to clear out all this dirt now. Actually, before I do that, I need to empty out the inventory. Unicorn on a stick. Wow. I need to empty out my inventory, and I think I'll do another pirate invasion. Maybe I'll wait for morning to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and take care of this off camera. Boreal wood. Huh. Uh-oh. Oops. There's some loot I can't pick up. There. Wait. I can do this. And just not delete it. And I think I'll do the pirate invasion next morning. Since I got another map. Might as well. I think I want to look into what this boreal wood is. I don't remember. It doesn't sound familiar. Maybe I did do it. Actually, let's find out. Did I already do something for boreal wood? Okay. We've got the rich mahogany and the shade wood. Those are all metals. Or ores or whatever. Living wood. Oh, that's pearl wood. Oh no! Looks like I have to do a showcase for boreal wood. Sign. Give me that. Boreal wood from the winter area. Huh, that's new. Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and take care of this work off camera, and I will be right back. One thing I forgot to mention, in case you wanted to know, yes, it does take about 4,000 on a large size map, about 4,000 wire to get from the middle to the edge. It is 8,000 across. I think probably sometime in the next couple videos, I'm going to make a video to demonstrate just how long this map is. I might just go ahead and use this down here, who knows. But saying it's 8,000 wide doesn't really give it justice for understanding just the scope of how actually large that is. And I've been meaning to demonstrate that, so I think sometime in the next couple episodes, that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, I need to get back to work. I'll be back. Okay, so in the interest of having a better chance of getting these truffle worms, I have set up a slightly different underground mushroom biome than I had before. It's in the same spot as the one I was going to. I just expanded it and kind of leveled it off a little bit. What I've got going on here is the gap that's down there where... Oh, that's perfect. Where the armored skeleton and the floaty growths are is on purpose so that things like the floaty growths get stuck down there. I can just stand here all day and it won't fly up to me because it has nothing to fly through. So it's stuck. It'll ignore me. Or I can ignore it, rather. But I've also put in a couple platforms here and have planted some of the mushroom grass seeds. There, as you can see it. Had enough room to fall all the way down. Same thing on this side. There's plenty of room for it to fall down. Actually, I probably could just get by with that. Let's see here. I want to have a stop over here so I can just run and get to the end and then fall down. I also obviously have a gap so that I can access a couple different levels from the same spot, or if I see one on a different level I can just jump down here. See, doesn't have any purchase, falls right through. Awesome. But I've gotten a truffle worm out of this just from setting this up, so hopefully this will work out for the better. But I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here, switch over to this. And I just want to demonstrate how easy it is to do the, or rather how straightforward it is to do the Fishron fight. Let me offload some of this stuff real quick. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, I am ready to get over there. Figured I'd show you just how quick it is to head on over. Just have to run over to this, teleport, run on over to that, and I'm here. I'm at the ocean, already done. So let's see here. First thing I need to do is make sure all these are in the right place. Nimbus, Rainbow, Magnet, the Bat Scepter, Blizzard Staff. Okay, cool. Got all my potions. Pumpkin pie. Good to go. Alright. Whoops. Let's not do that. Go ahead and eat the pumpkin pie. I have a truffle worm. And there's the spike there. Once again, that's taking normal damage from the spike. And then with the... what's this? The cross necklace. You can see it drastically slows down the damage I'm taking. Let's go ahead and heal. And get ready for this. Unfortunately, when I switch over to my other gear, the balloons and all that kind of stuff show up. That's alright. Open this up. I ate the pie. Have the fishing pole. Oh, I waited too long. Try this again. There we go. Do that. Buff up. And put one Nimbus there. The other one over here. And Bat Scepter time. Oh, did I already buff? Yeah, I buffed. While he's standing in place, he is susceptible to these, and actually, this works a little bit faster. There we go. He's getting close to half. And then when he switches over, really straightforward. And even when that happens, real easy to take care of him. Hold still. Almost. There, all done. Then you just have to deal with the rest of the sharks coming from that. What did I get this time? Tempest Staff and a Fishron mask. Easy peasy. I'm going to probably have to fight him a whole bunch of times to get the bow though. So I'm going to do that off camera. And first get some Truffle Worms, and then hopefully it won't take too long to get the bow, but I've already killed him a whole bunch of times now, and no bow. I keep getting the scepter. I got the wings, like I said, but no bow yet. So hopefully I'll get it. It's for that set of items, there's a 25% chance that it'll drop. However, it hasn't yet. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and try for the bow, and I'll be back. Okay, so in the last, I don't know, 10 to 12 minutes, I've already gotten 5 Truffle Worms. So this is a pretty decent layout. One of the other advantages here is anything that spawns up there. Oh, hold on, let me take care of these guys. Of course, right when I start recording, a whole bunch of stuff spawns. Ah! There we go. Anything that spawns up there has to walk over here and fall down. So it's got that extra step to deal with to get to me. And while I am over here, keeping a large portion of the farm off screen, waiting for things to spawn, I can shoot down this way, or I can jump down real easy, no problem. It's just a matter of being quick and as long as you aren't really close to a truffle worm, it doesn't really care that you're on screen. So I can run under here, and if there's one up on the top, the very top up there, I just have to hop up here, stand under it, and do this, and I get it. It's that easy. So this is a pretty workable layout. Obviously, I can reach that from there. Access to this level and this one down here. I might make another level or two just to have them. But for the most part, what I really only need is just enough to be able to see on one screen all the levels. And then it's just a matter of waiting for the truffle worms to spawn. But I'm going to go take care of Duke Fishron, and hopefully I will be able to get that bow. Ah! I was hoping to see another truffle worm on this little clip, but that's right. So I'm going to go do some fishing. I'll be back, talking in just a moment. I got it! I got the bow! And it only took 3 more fish, or 3 more fishings rather, to get it. Let me put all this stuff back. There we go. Run back. Oh, wait. I just saw something, I think. Tattered cloth, excellent. I can get another goblin invasion. I don't even know why I'm doing that. When I'm over there, I can just do this. But there's one thing to keep in mind about the Tsunami Bow. Well, first off, it only uses one arrow per usage. So, I have, let's see here, if I put this up here, it will say I've got, well, that's hard to read, 2,635, and I fire it like this, whoops, like this, and it shows that I only went down down to 2,634, so I only went down by 1, but it shoots off 5 parallel projectiles, and they're all clones of whatever you're using. Now here's the important part about this. You can see that I'm shooting through the ceiling here. So you can put yourself in a box and shoot through the wall. If I come up here like, let's see here, like this. Oops. As long as I'm right next to the wall, it will allow me to shoot through it. So that is what I'm going to be working with towards going after the Frost Moon. However, that's going to have to wait because it looks like this episode has gone on long enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up here. I know I said I was going to do the track down to the temple, but I can probably just take care of that during the next episode, and also see about defeating the Frost Moon, which will be awesome. I will need to figure out what gear I'm going to be wearing, because clearly my magic gear isn't going to apply. However, there is one thing that can be advantageous here. Let me go in here. These flasks. That's melee. Okay, well that's all melee. I was hoping that there was a flask that I could use for... Well, there might be another potion. I know there's the Archery Potion, which is somewhere. There we go. That's 20% increased arrow speed and damage. But that just simply will replace the magic power potion, unfortunately. Also, I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do as far as health regeneration. I could probably just stand in the middle of those arrows as long as I have the cross necklace on. The intermittent spam of 6 hearts will possibly keep me alive. It should, from going from here to here, should be able to keep up with the damage that I'm taking from the spike and just fill me back up. I hope. I'll find out, I'm sure. But whatever the case may be, I'm going to have to do the experimentation in the next episode. So, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave a message in the comment section below. I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. If you like this video, please feel free to give a like. I do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future stuff comes out. But I'm definitely going to have to wrap up here. So thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.